I mean, same as always. I'm always expecting a tough fight, but I know that when I go in there, I always turn up. So, um, she's had a few stoppages through like submission and things like that, and I've had a few stoppages the opposite way through striking. So it'll be nice to see how we match up and what happens in the fight. But I mean, you don't get to choose who you fight anyway, so to me, it didn't really matter who I was going against. I'm just excited to get in and get the first round done.
Lisa Malden drops the massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, and she believes she easily beats Dakota and go with the belt, but she didn't know what's coming. Dakota beats her with body shot and then tells her stand up, so I knock you out.
Left hand coming down from the top. Malden kicking away.
Stop. Fight.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Malden obliges. More body shots. This one drops in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it.
The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance.
And after this win, Dakota said, I've had enough of beating these small girls. Give me something big challenge because I deserve it.
Come on in. We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Dakota, dangerous. Ditcheva entered PFL 1 with a perfect 10-0 record, having absolutely destroyed the competition in PFL Europe. This 25-year-old British sensation had earned her shot at the big leagues, walking away with 79,000 pounds and a guaranteed spot in the American PFL season. But here's where it gets interesting.
Malden definitely going to those long-range strikes.
Going after that rear naked choke. This is going to be a finish. Lisa Malden, first round.
Lisa Malden, a seasoned 33-year-old American veteran with a 6-3 record, was talking big before this fight. She believed she had what it takes to expose Ditcheva as nothing more than hype. Malden was coming off 2 stoppage victories and thought she could easily handle this overhyped British girl. The odds makers had Malden as a massive plus 1,100 underdog, but she didn't care. In her mind, she was about to shock the world and send Dakota packing back to Europe with her tail between her legs. But here's where Lisa Malden made her biggest mistake.
A win.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna win. I want this. I want this bad.
I have the same mentality that I would for any fight. I want to win.
Go, go, go!
That's the goal. My opponent, they just happen to be the person standing across from me. I just gotta...
Lisa Malden dropped the massive bombshell. She was so confident that she could easily beat Dakota Ditcheva and go with the belt. She was talking about how she was going to expose this pretty girl from Manchester and prove that the European competition was nowhere near American level.
The knockout for Ditcheva.
Nice right hand.
Beautiful from Dakota.
Holy Dakota Ditcheva!
Malden thought she had Ditcheva figured out. She saw a young, relatively untested fighter who looked good against weak competition but hadn't faced anyone with her level of experience and toughness. What Malden didn't realize was that she was about to face a perfectly crafted destruction machine. Dakota had been preparing for this moment, and she was ready to show exactly what happens when you underestimate dangerous Dakota. Now let's break down this absolute massacre. From the opening seconds, Dakota Ditcheva came forward like a woman possessed. She immediately started landing leg kicks and combinations. Dakota said before the fight, just to be vicious, which is what happens when I get in, my switch flicks and that's it. I think I'll just get in there and do what I always do.
A big one, of course, but so have the other girls. I mean, looking at the top 4 in the table now, it's not going to be easy, so I'm ready for the next round, and it's not over yet, so I can't celebrate too fast, of course. We've got a tough bunch of girls there to get through, so on to the next one.
Who do you want to see in the second half of the regular season?
I don't really care. I'm going to win it anyway, so give me anyone.
And that's exactly what happened. The fight hit the ground briefly when Malden desperately tried to grapple, but Ditcheva showed she's just as dangerous on the mat. She took Malden's back before they scrambled back to the feet, and that's when the real damage began. Dakota started targeting the body with surgical precision. Left straights, right hands, brutal knees. Every shot was landing with bad intentions, and then it happened. Boom! A devastating knee to the body sent Malden crashing to the canvas. But here's the crazy part. Malden somehow managed to get back up, showing incredible heart.
Fight.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Malden obliges. More body shots. This one bumped in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it.
The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance. She can strike for such a far distance. It's hard to dictate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montel called a halt to the action at 3 minutes and 54 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
Dakota Ditcheva, dangerous.
But Dakota wasn't finished. She landed another brutal body shot that dropped Malden again. The referee had to step in as Ditcheva rained down ground strikes. First round stoppage, 6 points, statement made. But wait, it gets even better. After this dominant performance, Dakota Ditcheva made it clear she's ready for the next level. Listen to what she said. Honestly, I don't really care who's next. The girls have put up good fights so far. I was watching in the changing rooms, and a lot of them are tough competition, so I'm just open to whoever I get put with. And then once I've won this tournament, anyone that I haven't faced, if they want to fight, I'll do that too.
That's the only thing I care about, you know. So other people talking is not something that we take on board, you know. I was sharp in the changing rooms and that's all that matters to us. We knew we were ready as a team. We've worked really hard all camp and we know what we're capable of, you know. Other people outside noise, other gyms, you know, other people in the tournament, like they don't see me train, they don't know what I'm coming with. So yeah, that's just whatever.
And it looked like after the fight a big weight was...
But then she got more specific about her future plans. In the next 5 years, I want to win this belt for sure, this world championship belt, and then we'll see what comes after that. As long as I keep fighting the top girls and proving I'm the best girl, then that's kind of my plan for the next 5 years. And then she dropped the real bombshell about wanting bigger challenges. If you put me in another season again, another tournament, that's going to be where my head goes, and I'll be back on the track of, I've got to win this tournament. But I feel like you've got to give me something that's going to mentally push me. I don't want to be fighting the same people. Realistically, I don't feel like that would be a good thing for them to do. It's got to be like someone better, a bigger challenge.
Yeah, I mean, my new goals now for PFL, I'm not sure. If they put me in another season again, another tournament, then that's going to be where my head goes and I'll be back on track with the, you know, I've got to win this tournament and I'll be with that. But I feel like you've got to give me something that's going to mentally, like, push me, you know. I don't want to be fighting the same people. Realistically, I don't feel like that would be a good thing for me to do. It's got to be like someone better, some, you know, a big...
And the flyweight division took notice. Former UFC title challenger Tyla Santos called her out, saying, I'd like to fight Dakota. I feel like she's on a hype train right now, and I don't really feel like she's fought anyone of note still.
Dakota Ditcheva levels to this game.
I mean, I've been telling you. I was trying to tell you, but...
You think they're going to listen now, right?
Maybe. I'm sure they'll still be moaning about me, but I'll just keep proving them wrong.
You're the first person to prove this system. Europe belt, world championship. What's next for you?
Oh, I don't know. The world is mine. I don't know. We'll have to sit together with PFL and see what we can come up with. But I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division, so outside of any other division. So I don't know. Me and PFL, I'm sure, will come out with something amazing again.
Tell me about this. Tell me about this fight. What was the game plan coming in, and was there anything that surprised you? Were you surprised she took the shots that she did? Was it easier than you expected? Did you expect more effort trying to defend the takedowns? Talk me through what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough girl, but I knew what I was capable of. I worked so hard. My team knew what I was capable of. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round
15. But Dakota fired back with this savage response. We're both elite strikers, so it'd be a very good fight. She got beat by Erin Blanchfield, right? Did we all watch Erin's fight last weekend? She didn't have the best performance, and Erin beat her. So that's all I've got to say.
From the blue corner, Simone D Silva, making her way to the palladium from the red corner, Dakota.
Very quickly contact, yeah.
Well, my mum actually used to be a fighter, so I kind of got it in the genes. Started fighting when I was about 4.
And big punches coming
Look
across.
at those.
Those are not brown. Oh, another huge knee.
Oh, wow.
Simone De Silva thought she could be Dakota Ditcheva's next opponent, but she didn't know what was coming. She was just starting her career with a perfect 2-0 record. But Dakota crushed her dreams with a devastating knockout and made her cry in the cage, giving her first loss and finishing her career forever.
Good job by De Silva to continue to rotate,
absolutely.
to get the feet off the fence there.
Just try to get out of it.
You can't take anything away from Simone De Silva at this point in this fight. She's been everything what she wanted to do defensively. Oh. Whoa.
I think Dakota's smelling blood
this is
right
it.
now.
This is it.
And that
There
is
it is.
it.
There it is.
Dakota
For
Ditcheva.
your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes, in the red corner, dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva!
Let's set the scene. January 15th, 2022, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. PAWFC 1 was buzzing with anticipation as fighters from around the world gathered to showcase their skills on an international stage. Enter Dakota Ditcheva, at the time, a relatively unknown name outside British Muay Thai circles. But those in the know understood they were watching something special. With her technical precision and devastating power, Dakota was quietly building a reputation as a future star.
But in the clinch, Dakota, the knees, the elbows. This young lady likes to strike.
Oh, right down the middle.
Right hand.
Woo, sniper-like accuracy.
Just now. Oh, spinning back elbow, just missed. And this is the thing. And another! And a knee!
Straight
And another elbow! And another!
I saw Cripper cut on Ison's head. Big back elbows. Good work for Ison.
Thai boxer. She said their styles like a launch forward and aggressive, and that's exactly
Close quarters work.
On the other side, Simone De Silva stepped into the cage with confidence. The Brazilian fighter believed she had what it took to hand the young Brit her first major setback. This wasn't just about winning, it was about making a statement on short notice. But the last-minute opponent change would prove to be De Silva's biggest mistake. As Dakota revealed in a pre-fight interview, "Yeah, that happened like a few days before I came out. So, like 5 days ago, I think. We found out, but we were looking for a few different opponents. And we've ended up with a really good match."
Happened like a few days before I came out, so like 5 days ago, I think. We found out, but we were looking for a few different opponents, and we've ended up with a really good match. You know, I've got a tough fight now, which I'm really excited for. So it's kind of last minute opponents aren't the best, but it's worked out quite good for me because I've got.
What De Silva didn't realize was that she had just volunteered to face a destroyer in the making. Dakota came out in her classic Muay Thai stance, immediately establishing control of the distance. Her jab was snapping, her leg kicks were thudding home, and you could see De Silva struggling to find her rhythm from the very first exchange. "Look at those!" the commentator exclaimed as Dakota's combinations found their mark. "Those are not ordinary strikes." The precision was surgical, the power was devastating, and the intent was clear. This was going to be a short night for Simone De Silva.
Really, really good for her right now.
Yeah. Very quickly caught that catch. Oh, and big punches coming
Look
across.
at those.
Those are not brown. Oh, another huge knee.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Oh. There it is. Dakota Ditcheva.
De Silva tried to pressure forward, throwing combinations and looking for openings, but Dakota's speed and technique were operating on an entirely different level. Every attempt to close distance was met with crisp counters that accumulated damage at an alarming rate. Then came the moment that surprised everyone. Instead of keeping the fight standing where she was clearly dominating, Dakota transitioned to the ground game. This wasn't just a striker. This was a complete mixed martial artist announcing her arrival.
There we go! Right on the money, baby. What a kick.
Straight to the mouth.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva living up to her name.
Now, she was not able to finish when she got in this position in the first round.
Slightly more experience as far as mixed martial arts. But you can't discredit that.
Straight away, we see Charlie Burke turning her hips, but the takedown is there from Dakota.
Once on top, Dakota unleashed a relentless barrage of ground and pound. Punches and elbows rained down as De Silva's defensive shell began to crumble. The writing was on the wall, and everyone in the arena could see it except perhaps De Silva herself, who was too busy trying to survive the onslaught. Oh, there it is. Dakota D for your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes. The referee had seen enough. The punishment was relentless and unavoidable, and Simone De Silva's perfect record was shattered in the most brutal fashion possible.
Dakota's smelling blood
this is
right
it. This
now.
is it.
And that
There
is
it is.
it.
There it is.
Dakota Ditcheva.
For your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes, in the red corner, dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva!
What happened next was both heartbreaking and telling about the psychological impact of defeat in professional fighting. As Dakota celebrated professionally, the cameras captured something devastating: Simone De Silva breaking down completely. The tears weren't just from physical pain. They were from the realization that her undefeated record, her confidence, and potentially her entire fighting future had been demolished in a matter of minutes. The Calgary crowd fell silent as they witnessed not just a dominant performance, but the complete psychological destruction of a fighter's spirit. This wasn't just a loss. It was a career-altering moment that would haunt De Silva forever. The fight showcased Dakota's evolution from pure striker to complete MMA destroyer. Her groundwork was as impressive as her striking, proving she belonged on much bigger stages than regional Canadian cards. This fight at PAWFC 1 proved to be a pivotal moment that would define both fighters' futures, but for vastly different reasons. For Dakota Ditcheva, this performance was her official announcement to the MMA world. The brutal efficiency with which she dismantled De Silva served notice that a new force had arrived in women's MMA, one capable of destroying opponents both physically and mentally. Dakota's approach to the fight had been telling. As she explained before the bout, "I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but I'm hoping to let you know I think it'll be a tough fight. I'm just gonna go in there and just show my full game. I think I'm gonna try and, I'm not bothered about keeping it standing or anything like that. If it goes to the floor, I'll just show what I can do there."
How it's going to go, but I'm hoping to get, I think it'll be a tough fight, so there'll be hopefully a good few rounds to get some experience in, but it's going to be tough. She's a good boxer, and I'm just going to go in there and just show my full game. I think I'm going to try and, I'm not bothered about keeping it stood up or anything like that if it goes to the floor.
The victory demonstrated not just her elite Muay Thai striking, but her rapidly developing ground game, a combination that would prove devastating for future opponents and pave her way to PFL dominance. For De Silva, this fight represented everything that can go wrong when overconfidence meets superior skill. Her perfect 2-0 record was gone, her confidence shattered, and the brutal nature of the loss created psychological scars that sources suggest she never fully recovered from. Looking back, the Dakota Ditcheva versus Simone De Silva fight stands as a perfect example of how one night can change everything in professional combat sports. This wasn't just a regional MMA bout. It was the birth of a star and the destruction of another fighter's dreams. The contrast couldn't have been starker. Dakota's professional celebration versus Da Silva's emotional breakdown told the entire story of what had just transpired. The fight also marked Dakota's transition from prospect to legitimate threat. No longer would she be taking short-notice opponents on regional cards. This performance demanded bigger stages and better competition. For aspiring fighters, De Silva's story serves as a harsh reminder about the levels that exist in professional MMA and the dangers of overconfidence when facing elite talent. And there you have it, fight fans. The complete story of one of the most one-sided destructions in recent MMA memory. Dakota Ditcheva's demolition of Simone Da Silva at PAWFC 1 wasn't just a win, it was a statement. A statement that a new destroyer had arrived in women's MMA, one who could break opponents physically and mentally with equal efficiency. The tears shed in that Calgary cage weren't just from physical pain, they represented the crushing of dreams and the harsh reality of professional fighting. While Dakota's star was born that night, Da Silva's career effectively ended. Thanks for joining us on MMA Breaking News. Don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and analysis from the world of mixed martial arts. Until next time, remember, in the cage, respect your opponent because underestimation can lead to devastation.
This woman said that Dakota is weaker than me and that she is much stronger and will defeat Dakota easily.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
She has watched my fights and how much she will change her game for that. But obviously, I would like to take it to the ground, and I would feel that I'm definitely stronger there. Then I have a lot of confidence in my striking as well. So, like all round, I feel confident. But
Cornelia Holm, Connie Future, drops the massive bomb on Dakota Ditcheva and believes she could easily beat Dakota, but she doesn't know what's really coming. Dakota first round brutal knockout, and Cornelia Holm, Connie Future screams in the cage, proof his career is almost over.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Oh!
Yeah.
Before we dive into the carnage, let's set the stage. Dakota Ditcheva, the 25-year-old British sensation with an 8-0 record, 7 knockouts, and fighting genes inherited from her kickboxing champion mother, Lisa Howarth. Across from her, Cornelia Holm, the Swedish veteran nicknamed Connie Future, with a 6-5 record, known for her wrestling and ground game. Cornelia Holm audio clip. I've been looking more at her strength and where my strength can kind of, come into play and take over. But, I mean for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling and she's stronger in striking. So I guess if you can call that a weakness, that would be it.
I've been looking more at her strength and where my strength can come into play and take over. But I mean for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling and she's stronger in striking. So I guess if you can call that a weakness, that would be it.
Holm was confident. She had a game plan. She believed her wrestling could neutralize Ditcheva's striking. But sometimes, confidence becomes a fighter's greatest enemy. From the opening bell, Holm executed her strategy perfectly. She shot for takedowns, got Ditcheva to the ground, and seemed to be controlling the narrative of this fight. Round 1 went largely to Holm. She was implementing her wrestling-heavy game plan, keeping Ditcheva on her back and away from her dangerous striking range. Round 2 saw more of the same, Holm grinding, wrestling, making it ugly. But here's what Holm didn't account for. Dakota Ditcheva's takedown defense and ability to get back to her feet. Each time Holm took her down, Ditcheva found a way back up, and each time she got up, she got a little more frustrated, a little more dangerous. Then came round 3. Halfway through the frame, everything changed in an instant.
Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
Oh!
Yeah, and a power strikes.
Wow. Dakota Ditcheva with the 3rd round finish.
What a finish. Beautiful work. Hard shot to the body. She's still hurt. Still can't breathe. Oh, it's so...
A perfectly placed left hand to the liver. In combat sports, they call this the off switch, and Ditcheva found it. Holm dropped immediately, her body locking up from the pain. But Dakota wasn't done. As Holm tried to recover, a flush left hand connected to the jaw. Lights out. Fight over. Holm couldn't get up, couldn't even move for a full minute. This was the power that Cornelia Holm had underestimated. Dakota Ditcheva audio clip. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
Dakota's post-fight comments revealed everything. She'd been hearing the doubts, the analysis, the game plans, and her response? Let the fighting do the talking. That iconic celebration, sitting cross-legged like Manchester City's Erling Haaland, became the perfect punctuation mark on a devastating performance. For Holm, this was more than just a loss. At 35 years old, facing such a brutal knockout raises serious questions about her future in the sport.
Here we go!
Right on the money, baby.
This victory propelled Ditcheva into the PFL Europe Finals, where she would eventually claim the championship and the $100,000 prize. But more importantly, it announced Dakota Ditcheva as a legitimate force in women's MMA. With knockout power rare in female fighters, she's drawing comparisons to legends like Amanda Nunes and Chris Cyborg.
To throw that blitz and get you against the cage.
Today, Ditcheva continues her rise through the PFL ranks, carrying those fighting genes from her mother and leaving a trail of defeated opponents in her wake. Sometimes in fighting, confidence meets reality in the most brutal way possible. Cornelia Holm learned that Dakota Ditcheva's power isn't just hype, it's legitimate, it's devastating, and it's championship level. That's our breakdown of one of PFL Europe's most shocking moments. What did you think of Ditcheva's performance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Until next time, keep fighting.
Come on in.
The fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Everyone knows Dakota Ditcheva as the dangerous knockout artist who puts opponents to sleep with her fists. But what happens when the striker decides to become a submission specialist for one night? This is the story of how Dakota shocked the entire MMA world and proved she's not just a one-dimensional fighter. Today, we're breaking down one of the most shocking moments in PFL Europe history. Dakota Ditcheva, the British-Bulgarian phenom who had built her entire reputation on devastating knockouts, just submitted a seasoned grappler in the most unexpected way possible. For those who don't know Dakota, let me paint you a picture. This 24-year-old former Muay Thai champion came into MMA like a wrecking ball. In 2022, she signed with the Professional Fighters League and immediately announced herself with 2 brutal first-round knockouts. We're talking about a fighter with 6 knockouts in her first 7 wins, 5 of them in the first round. Fast forward to 2023, and Dakota finds herself in the PFL Europe tournament with $100,000 on the line. She's already in the quarterfinals, and her opponent, Malden Hermanson, a Swedish veteran who's the complete opposite of Dakota.
Good job from Hermanson rolling into her.
Hermanson looking to scramble out of the She's got the back. She's got it.
She's got a
squeeze.
Beautiful whip.
Victory for Dakota Ditcheva!
While Dakota was known for putting people to sleep with her fists, Hermanson was known for putting people to sleep with her chokes. This woman has competed in Bellator, Cage Warriors, and Brave CF. She's a submission artist who breaks arms and chokes opponents unconscious without blinking an eye. And here's where it gets interesting. Hermanson was supremely confident going into this fight. Listen to what she said. "If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge. Going into the second, third rounds, that's definitely an advantage for me.
I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior." Maybe she never fought with someone like me, so...
She thought Dakota's striking wouldn't matter if she could drag this fight into deep waters. She was about to learn that Dakota had been hiding something from the world. From the opening bell, you could see Dakota had a different game plan. Instead of hunting for the knockout like everyone expected, she was patient, methodical. She tested the waters with jabs and kicks, but something felt different.
As we've seen a couple of times already. Here's a clinch now. We've seen this pay big dividends for Dakota Ditcheva in the past.
Then it happened. Within 30 seconds, Hermanson shot for a takedown, probably thinking, perfect, this is where I want this fight. But Dakota, she showcased wrestling training that nobody knew she had. She refused to go down easily. But here's where Dakota's fight IQ really showed. Instead of just defending, she started attacking. Vicious knees to the ribs that had the crowd gasping. The striker was out-grappling the grappler.
She creates just a little bit of space, and her not value at that point. Beautiful takedown.
Excellent work. Ditcheva just put her right leg behind.
And then came the moment that shocked everyone. Dakota didn't just defend Hermanson's grappling, she turned the tables completely. She took down the veteran grappler, transitioned to her back with the smoothness of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and locked in a rear naked choke that was absolutely inescapable. 3 minutes and 52 seconds. That's all it took for Dakota to completely rewrite the narrative about her fighting style.
Pinned. Good job from Hermanson rolling into her.
Hermanson, look at the scramble. She's got the back. She's got it.
She's got a
Force on the chin.
Beautiful left. Victory for Dakota Ditcheva.
After the fight, Dakota's confidence was through the roof, and rightfully so. Listen to what she said. "I showed I'm not just a striker. You need more than split decision wins if you want to knock me out of this competition.
And show that I'm not just a striker in these flyweights. You need to be careful."
This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. Dakota had just proven that while everyone was focused on her striking, she was quietly becoming a complete mixed martial artist. The girl who built her name on knockouts had just submitted one of Europe's most experienced grapplers. And her message to the competition? Brutal and confident. "I feel a little bit sorry for the one that's going to face me next."
I'm excited, but I feel a little bit sorry for the one that's going to face me next.
This victory changed everything we thought we knew about Dakota Ditcheva. She's no longer just a dangerous striker. She's a complete fighter who can end you anywhere the fight goes. Think about it. If you're her next opponent, how do you game plan for her now? You can't just focus on avoiding her striking because she'll submit to you. You can't just take her down because she might take you down and choke you unconscious. At only 24 years old, still early in her MMA career, Dakota has shown the kind of evolution that separates good fighters from great ones. She identified a weakness in her game, worked on it in secret, and then unveiled it when it mattered most. Dakota Ditcheva's submission victory over Malden Hermanson wasn't just another win. It was the birth of a new version of one of Europe's most promising fighters. The striker became a submission artist for one night, and in doing so, she may have just shown us the future champion of PFL Europe. What did you think of Dakota's incredible performance? Do you think this submission victory makes her even more dangerous going forward? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible MMA content. Until next time, keep training hard, and we'll see you in the next one.
She, in my opinion, is the new face of the PFL. She was the big winner on Friday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. She is the 125-pound women's tournament winner. She is a $1 million winner. She won the PFL Europe tournament, and now the big shebang, if you will. She is the pride of Manchester and Bulgaria. She is the one and only Dakota Ditcheva.
I'm happy to be back. You know, I'm excited to get in the cage now and showcase my skills again.
We have a warning for the UFC brass today. When legendary MMA journalist Ariel Helwani and former lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov start talking about the same fighter, you better listen up. The message is crystal clear. The UFC is sleeping on what might be the most dominant female fighter on the planet right now. We're talking about Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated PFL champion who just sent shockwaves through the MMA world with her devastating knockout of former UFC contender Taila Santos.
That was digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for the championship. Not sure what that's all about.
Today, we're breaking down why the entire MMA community is going absolutely crazy on social media, demanding the UFC make a move for this 26-year-old destroyer from Manchester. Stay tuned because this story is heating up fast. Let's start with what has everyone talking. At the PFL Championship in Saudi Arabia, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva did what she does best. She dominated from start to finish.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready.
So long and rangy.
Oh, put away.
Oh,
yeah.
In the co-main event, Ditcheva faced Taila Santos, a fighter who many believe deserved to beat Valentina Shevchenko for the UFC flyweight title. Santos was considered the toughest test of Ditcheva's career. The result? A brutal second-round body shot knockout that left Santos crumbling in the middle of the cage. As Ariel Helwani put it, woo Dakota Ditcheva second-round TKO, clinical, impressive. Again, she wins the million and the tournament. Face of PFL. A few months later, she did a vlog shopping for the best deal on car insurance because funds were tight. What a story.
Said, oh, I've got PFL here. It's the show that Brendan's on. So it was because Brendan had signed with them out of the UFC that I kind of knew what it was. And they were like, oh, they're launching in Europe. They're going to do like a $100,000 tournament. So they'd love to, get you involved. And that's kind of how it started for me. But I think I wouldn't have known.
Think about that for a second. Just months ago, she was worried about car insurance payments. Now she's walking away with $1 million check and being called the best women's fighter on the planet. That's the kind of meteoric rise that creates superstars. Ditcheva is now 14-0 as a professional, with an absolutely ridiculous 92% knockout rate. 12 knockouts, 1 submission, and only